Hi, it's Jess here. Welcome back to my channel, and it's Wednesday, so it is a junk journal day. And you may remember a few weeks ago I shared the junk journal that my niece and my great niece made, and I showed you a couple of things that I made whilst they were also at crafting. I was sort of crafting along with them, shouting instructions. Well, not shouting, but you know what I mean. And I made this this book page, and I said I'd come back and sort of show you how I did it. So out of this old dictionary, I made this page, and the idea is for this to actually stick on a full page in my journal. So I've kind of been doing bits for my journal. And I'm sort of now thinking about where they're going to go. And I kind of did some of these as double page spreads, but now don't want them like that. I kind of want a bit and a plain page. So I'm going to put a page in the middle here to so that's on the side of opposite nothing, and that's sort of opposite nothing. Quite like that darkness of the way that coffee stain there's gone with this craft card that I've used. So I'm going to stick this on there, and that was my thoughts. And I thought, well, I'll do that here, and then we'll make it. And so I'm going to use art glitter glue on this, actually. No, I'm not. I will use this. I got the idea for this from Tina from Shabby Dabby Doodah. Watched her do it and thought, oh, that's a jolly good idea. And what I'm terrible for is watching something, thinking, yeah, it's a good idea, I'll make that. And then instead of sort of properly watching, because I'm often watching in bed, it's what I do before I go to sleep, I then come to make it and I go, oh yeah, I watched that on a video, I know how to do it. And then I just go off on my own. So it's not exactly the same, I don't think, or it might be. I might have remembered really well, but I probably didn't. But that's okay. The way I've made it is good enough for me. So yeah, I was watching the other day something that she was making, and it was another sort of pocket page, and I really liked it. And she was actually showing properly, so it was like, just do it while she's making, and sort of follow it. So I did, and I did make it, but I didn't then write it down, so I'm not really sure that I'd be able to, well, I think I'd be able to make it, but I could probably have made it better if I'd actually properly sort of written down some instructions and things. So I think that makes quite a nice little page there. And these were all the tags that I made. So a little one there for that tuck spot, and then I had two the same size. And so originally I sort of had those two stuck in there and this big one in there. But I thought, actually, quite fancy that big one over there, sort of paper clipped. And I actually bought some paper clips. I've been looking everywhere for just ordinary paper clips. And finally got them in Rain Man when we were away. And because all the others that I've found, look at me now, can't even open the box. All the ones that I've found are like coloured, and it's like, I don't want them coloured. What I really like is them sort of like antique-y, but these were good enough. I have looked, and you can like rust them, so I might have a go. I like these because they were bigger, so I thought perfect. So we'll use that and attach that there, quite like that. And I thought these are quite nice size. I might do eventually some of those sort of I might put one in there, although it does hold pretty well. Yeah, those really decorate a paper clip. Quite like that idea. Haven't tried that yet. So that is that page done, that page done. Oh yeah, and I've made this pocket here, which I thought, oh, that was where I wanted. So I wanted that to attach the other side of this pocket, which might be for another video. Not rocket science, these pockets. But whilst I've got the paper clips, I'm going to put that in there so I know that that's what my intention is. For that, that's what my intention is. For that one. And I might even use that in there, or I might not actually. I might just put some rolled up ephemera in there. Ephemera. Oh, what am I like? So, yes, so we're going to make this. So I've got a spare tag. And my thoughts were to decorate it, that I might use some of that masterboard paper that I made. So you remember I made these tags, and I photocopied, well, scanned the masterboards. So I thought I might use that, and then I've got the tags to go in, so it all sort of matches. So that's getting pretty nearly finished. That's not bad, that. Get in there. So I bought this book. It was the first old book I bought with junk journaling in mind. Can't remember what year it is. 1946. It's not too old. That's 40, 50, 74 years old. That's pretty old. And I was going to do an altered book, but I started and the pages fell out. And I've just been watching 49 Dragonflies, is it? And she said if they're sewn in, you're not going to be able to make an altered book out of it. Like, yeah, I realise that now. So these, you can kind of, that's kind of like a signature there. So we'll pull that out. That's quite cool. I did mean to gut this. And then my idea is I'm actually going to use this cover, which I may even use for this journal that I'm making now. So I took a few pages that are folded over. So I sort of glued, I'm going to take those 4 pages and sort of glue them together to have as the back. Did I use 4? Or am I going a little bit over the top? This is my problem. Now I've stuck it in, I can't remember. Might have just done 2. Yeah, I think I just did 2. Just did 2. So we'll take, glue together 2 of those sheets, and then glue one on top for folding down, and then some more for the folding down. So first things first, we will stick them together, and I'm going to do a mixture of glue stick and wet glue. So I am now searching for my glue stick, which is there. I do like, junk journaling's my day off, and I do like when I do my junk journal videos, I'm just like sat at my desk and it's all a mess. But that's okay, because all the people I watch, that's exactly what they do. So I think that's what people like. Certainly what I like. I'd be doing this anyway. So and then I'm going to take a bit of this to sort of give it a bit of extra security. Right, So turn that down. Where's my credit card gone for spreading about? Don't know. Take my bone folder then. I do love this tip from Pam from the Pater Outpost of using like a magazine. Just brilliant, because when it gets a mess you can just rip it off, and I do have loads and loads of catalogues that I can use, so that is perfect. I need a page because I'm going to forget what I'm doing. So there's that. So then we've got this page, which is going to fold down like that. So we need to glue this down and then glue the other page to it. But I'm going to make my pockets separate first before I glue them all together. So that's going down like that. Then page on the front there. That was just one page actually. And what I did was I did it so they both came from there, and so this pocket was at a different angle. So you can do it so that they're at a different angle, or you can do them so they're the same, and I quite liked it at a different angle. So I'm just going to cut those up. Going to cut that up a little bit further up, because that's going to get covered and you're not going to see it. So that's like so there. And I'm going to do again a mixture, which I forgot to do on the other, of glue stick and glue to glue this down. This particular book has got really thin paper. Some books I've got much thicker paper, but this one is quite thin, which is why sometimes I do glue two together, but this is actually going to get decorated, so it's okay. So now what I want to do is ink up the edges, and then get on with gluing. So as I'm going to use these tags, I think I used my cinnamon cider on it, so that's what I'm going to use on this. So that's them bits glued, and what I just want to do on this section here is just add a little bit of extra inking along there, because I didn't cover that. So these will be covered and that will be covered. So first off, I'm going to glue, I'm going to put some backing paper on that. So I'm going to move my tags over there. So let's have a look at what we've got. So we've got, that was the second stage, and that was the first stage of that one, and printed them twice. Where is the other sheet? There. And that's the other sheet that I did. There. So this was one of the reasons why I did this I scanned them so that I could use them. No. No, that's too plain, so I think we will take, I do like that there, with a bit of map, a bit of colour. I think that's quite nice. Coming down there, I think we'll use that. So we need to rip it. So we'll rip the end of that. And I cannot see my rulers for the life of me. There's my metal ruler, and there's the ripping ruler. So I think we'll go for this one. So I'll put a bit of that there. Go. And then how far down do I want to go? So how far across first? So that can go there, go across to there. This is easier to rip when you've got a bit more that you're holding down. So we need to get bit off the top, so that's cool. Yep. So now we need to rip this along the top. Like that. I did do some sort of napkin art on it as well. So let's take that up from there. Which I may do on this one. So that's stuck down there. Yep, that's coolio. So and I did add some stamps to it. But I'm going to stick it down first and stick the other bits on, and then decide what else I need. Because I didn't put any stamps on the tags because I wanted it all to be with copyright free stuff so that I could just copy it for my niece and send it to her. So but now it's going in a journal, I can use whatever. There we go. That's going on there. Do love the way the colours of this goes with that book page. So where's me? Well, there's the one I stuck together, so I can stick that now down onto there. So we're getting some nice rigidity. Try saying that when you haven't got your teeth in. Rigidity. There we go. So this will then have 3 vintage book page thickness plus what I've just stuck on it. So it'll be nice and robust for then sticking down to a page, because if it's really weak it would just rip off, I'm assuming. Not that I've like had a junk journal that I've had to, that has to stand the test of time yet. There we go. So that's some nice foundation there. So then this one needs covering. I might decide to cover that at some point. So I might go with the same page. So we've got a bit there. So we can, I'll poke that up there so I can actually see there. We can go down there. I might take it across here first, because that's quite a nice little bit at the bottom there. So that's going up to there. Go right across there. Because I love that. Weird, I know. I am. Right, so we want to take that off there like that. And if I go wrong, I can always print this off again. It isn't a problem. Right, so this is actually coming down diagonally, isn't it? So that's going there like that. This is going to go down like that. So that will go on there like so. That will go on there like so. I could even put that on there. If I chose to, I'm in two minds about that. So we'll get this stuck down and inked, and then we can think about that. I'm not bothered about that rip there, because I just ink it, and that's absolutely fine. And so my niece was thinking, oh, I'll have to buy loads, but you don't really. I'll say I got these off the internet. I said, as long as you got a printer, should be all right. There we go. Stick that on. Do enjoy rip and stick. It is so different from my normal crafting, which is why this is my day off. Just love it. And I am thinking I'm going to do an altered book. I was watching 49 Dragonflies, and she uses hers as like a daily planner and a daily journal, and I just like it. I'm forever writing little lists, things I've got to do. This was my list for today. I've done 3 of the films that I said I would do. I've got 2 more videos to do. I probably won't finish them off today. I decided I was going to do this instead. So there we go. So I say, rather than scrappy bits of paper, let's have nice notebooks. Right, I think I will cover that. It's not wide enough. I really like that check. That'd be upside down, wouldn't it? Yeah, we're going to go for that. So we need, take it off there. So I've got lots of little bits, doing little bits with. I think we'll just take that off straight there. This underneath here is getting a bit mucky, so that's going to go across there and that across there. I do like that. I do like that a lot. I know it seems a bit premise of junk journals to begin with was that you literally used junk, like junk mail and stuff, and old things, and now it's got its whole new like art form with digitals and things. And like, I've printed this, so I've printed it on brand new paper using ink I have to pay for. It's not totally upcycling. I did my first journal, I did without any digitals, but I used like an old paper pack, a couple of old paper packs that I'd had lying in my stash forever. So I was sort of using up stuff. There, so that's my 3 pockets. That's 2 pockets. And then on the other one I did a little tuck, do a little tuck spot in something. So we'll get these stuck down. Now I am going to stick down here because that's coming away, so I want to make sure that nothing comes out the edge. So just a thin piece of glue. Over here. Stick one. Bit of oozing going on. That's why we're on this old catalogue. Takes a bit of time for this glue. It's not instant stick on contact, but when it does dry, it's really good and it gives a little bit of strength, so I do like it. Got all sorts of glue, and some I like for some things and some I like for other things. Oh, there we go. There we are. So that's that stuck down, and if we look at the original one, let's take the tags out. You can see, so that was some napkin down each side, and I've done some stamping, and then I've made this little cluster in the corner here with a tuck spot, and I quite like that idea, so I might do that again. I quite like that I've covered that, so I left that one plain. I like them both, but yeah. So a little tucky spot that I might do. So I didn't use any doilies or anything on the tags because as I say, I wanted to do it all out of the digitals, but I've got some doilies here. I've got a coloured one actually that I think might pick out that green up there. Quite like that. let's see, that's got a, so that was something that I downloaded, I think some sort of freebie that I had. Oh, there's a credit card. Have I got something? Oh, that's quite cool. That would cover the whole area. Not really a tuck spot, is it? It's nice though. I do like it. Oh, I've got this. Like an old painting. That might work as a tuck spot. Oh, what's that square thing there? Oh, little girl with flowers. Quite like that. That could work. So what I quite like, if it's going to be a tuck spot, is I quite like it to be a fairly straight edge. Doesn't matter about the edge on this side. I just think it doesn't really matter about the bottom edge actually. I just think if it's going to be a tuck spot, you want it to not have somewhere where it might get caught. Kind of wanted it in the corner there. I will take a bit off that bottom. Covering up that lovely address, but never mind. Put that there. Nice little tuck spot. Does it need something on the edge? Yeah, I think I might just put some stamping on that. Not that it's really legible, but there we go. I might put a bit on there as well. And I had things stuck actually under this, but that was actually stuck to the page. So I'm going to stick that down. and that on top. Quite like that it's not straight. I think that works quite well. Right, so underneath it, I can put a bit of doily. It's quite light, that. Might need it a bit darker. What I might do is ink over this up here to get that. Colour underneath, and then you're killing two birds with one stone and making the doily darker and getting some pattern underneath. It's very subtle. It's giving it a little bit of something, and then that will now stand out a little bit better underneath there. Do a bit more up there. You can see it a bit. I want a bit of colour. Maybe I do want that. Would look nice with that colour there. So I'll maybe find that little napkin actually. Right, so I found me my napkin with that lovely butterfly, and I do think that colour will go beautifully with that little girl. And so I've peeled it apart, done a little bit of a tidy up. I realised when I looked down my phone, I just thought, what a mess. So kind of want like that. That will look good. And then that over there, and we've got a bit of flowers there and a bit of that. Brings out the colour of that. Perfect. So gonna take this off. Around there. So now that will just peel away because I've wet it. There we go. Go in my box. So I'm going to put that on there. Ready for that there. And that's the tuck spot that'll be glued down. So covering up most of that, but you'll see a bit of it through here. So I've got some watered down PVA here. Give it a stir. some over this. Stick that down and go over the top. And then we can still see the printing from below. I was a little bit worried because I then thought, oh, PVA is water-based, and I've printed this on my inkjet printer. It might run a bit, but actually I think we've got away with that quite nicely. So I will give this a blast with my heat gun because I want to get this finished today. So that's that. It's a little bit damp still, but done enough to allow me to carry on, I think. So I was having a thought, did I want to put some napkin up there now that I've done some? Did I want to do a bit more? Which is kind of what I did on the other one. Maybe these pink flowers coming down the side just a little bit, and we'll go with that flower there. So that's it, dried off with my heat gun. So I'll just pick those bits off the end there. I should have picked them off whilst it was wet. There we go. So now that sort of all ties in nicely with that, and I'm thinking I do want her to look a little bit more aged. So I'm just gonna there, put a bit of ink on her. That's better. So I'll rip that down there. Bit of that off. Use that for something else. So yeah, so I'm going to stick that down there, and then I've got the tuck spot then. Move these over to my little box that I just pull things out of. There we go. So I need to get on with filling my first junk journal. I need to continue with filling it with photos. I kind of stopped. I kind of got a bit busy with things, but I don't want to say it too loudly, but I think I've got October pretty well sussed. So I've got everything planned. I kind of know what I'm doing, and I'm gonna back some coffee paper on that just in case we see it, and it will give it a bit of strength. Yeah, I am a bit sorted. I know what I'm doing. Some things are already filmed, and what's not filmed, I know what I'm doing, which is half the battle sometimes. So yeah, and it's still September, so I can't believe it. And I'm going to I thought if I can get October done before September finishes, and I've still got a couple of days left, then I'm going to be working on November, and I thought if I did something every day, or at least 5 times a week, 5 days a week, then I'll have December sorted as well. And then I can in November be working on January, and so forth, and then I'll be able to actually take all of Christmas, New Year off, which I do anyway, but I won't be playing catch up then, which is what I usually end up doing. But I take a couple of weeks off at Christmas, and then January is just mental. So I want to avoid January being mental. So that just means that that's just looking good on the other side, rather than having white, and then we've got an extra little bit of strength there to that pocket. So then I just want to stick that in on the 3 sides. And then that way as well, I could do a bit of junk journaling every day. Which is actually what I've been doing this week. It's a little bit every day. So it is the thing I love doing. Well, I love doing all my crafting, to be fair. It's not like my cards and my 3D projects for Stampin' Up is a chore. I really, really love it. But I love this because it's so different. So that's that. So then I've got the tags. Those two were something different. So I've got these tags. They're all a bit long. I think I need a little one for in there. Oh, I've got that. So I don't want to. Oh, they match. Maybe I will. Maybe I'll put our little man in there. And that girl in there. So I've got all 3 of them. They were a downloaded print, one of the freebies, and that I downloaded. It's either raw pixel, or I think they were raw pixel actually. They're just like old-fashioned Christmas. There. And that's actually, those flowers I think are the same as those, spookily. So yeah, so then I need something little for that, and these tags are too big really for them. I need a littler tag. Right, I've got a little tag here, that went with that, but I actually think that's where I took that bit of, I could stick that in there. So I could redo that. Oh, I've got the printables smaller, haven't I? That's the same image. I could cut that out. So I want to make that into a little tag. Where's me? So I need something to stick this on. Oh, we've got a bit in the corner there that we can use. It's a good colour for what we've used. So I might go for 2 inches wide. Let's just like that. Take the corners off. That needs to fit that a bit better. So I need to do some ripping. Quite like that. I think it needs a little bit of, so that it's not completely flat. So a bit of book page, because it's on a book page. So actually I'm thinking and I might add a little bit more of that green doily. And that will just go in there. So you can have it poking in so you can't see the little girl, and then when you take it off you can. I think that's quite cute. So that's it in there. So I've added it to this signature, getting quite a chunky one here. So I need to do something on that page there. I've just inserted a freebie. It needs a bit of inking up there, but I think that goes well there with the colours. Added a doily here. It's a avocado stained one, that I think. So that goes nicely with that bits of pink. That's great. Again, that fits really well with this one. Stick that in there. Might actually just have that in there. Actually, this might be better there. It's quite a big tag, that, and I think that would work better. If you're new to me, I've got tutorials on all of these pages. This I haven't done a tutorial on, so I'm going to make one of those pockets possibly next time, and that's what I can put in the front here. Got a tutorial on that, and I've just done that one. Cooking on gas. Like it. This journal is looking good, and what I'm deciding as to whether or not to just have this as a little single one. I might try a soft cover. That was a thought. Yeah, so I do put sort of pictures of everything that I've made over on my blog, nigezza.co.uk, and some of the things that you will have seen me use, like that tag topper and the stamps and the ink that I've used. I do sell those in my shop, so you can pop over and check those out if you want as well. Okay, bye for now. So I'll see you next Wednesday for another junk journal, and I'll see you for a Stampin' Up tutorial on Friday will be my next one. Okay, see ya.